Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to crochet this very beautiful beanie. It is very fast and easy to work up, and you can make it as a gift for your loved ones this festive season. Now, let's get into materials. So now, for the materials, I made use of a 5-ply milk cotton yarn for the beanie, and this is a medium weight yarn. And for the bow, I made use of a 4-ply milk cotton yarn. This is equivalent to a DK weight yarn. And I'll be making use of a 5.5mm hook and darning needle. Now, let's get into the tutorial. So, to start off the beanie, we're going to start by making a magic ring. And this is how to make a magic ring if you don't know how to. And once you've done that, you're going to tug out this shorter loose end to make the magic ring a bit smaller. Then chain up 2. Now place 12 double crochet into the magic ring. I have made my 12 double crochet stitch into the magic ring. Now we're going to tug on this shorter loose end to make this ring tight. So once you've done that, you're going to place a slip stitch into the very first double crochet stitch that we made. Skip the chain 2 that you have here and go into the very first double crochet. Yarn over and pull through. You should have 2 loops on your hook, then pull this loop into the very first loop. And that's how to make a slip stitch. Now for row 2, chain up 2. Now the chain 2 on each row that we're going to make would not count as a stitch. It will just be our starting chain. So now we're going to go back into the stitch, that's the first double crochet stitch from the previous row, and would make 2 double crochet into that stitch. So from here onwards, we're going to place 2 double crochet into each of the stitches till we get to the very last stitch here. So now, one important thing you should note is that you shouldn't place any stitch into the slip stitch from the previous row. That's the slip stitch we made to connect both sides together. So this is mine. So please don't place any stitch into here because it will make you to have extra stitches that you need. So now to finish up row 2, we're going to slip stitch into the very first double crochet stitch that we made. Remember, this chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, it is just our starting chain. Now for row 3, chain up 2 and into the very first stitch here, we're going to place 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, place 2 double crochet. So now we're going to repeat this pattern around till we get to the end of the row. So in the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, make 2 double crochet. In the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, make 2 double crochet. So do this around till you get to the end of the row. So I've worked till I got to the end of my row 3 and I ended with the double crochet increase. So now we're going to finish up by placing a slip stitch into the very first double crochet stitch that we made. And now for row 4, chain up 2 like normal, and we're going to place 1 double crochet into the very first stitch. Into the next stitch, place a double crochet. So into the next stitch, we're going to place 2 double crochet, also known as a double crochet increase. So now from here onwards, we'll repeat the pattern till we get to the very last stitch. So into the next 2 stitches, we'll place 1 double crochet in each of them. Then into the next stitch, place 2 double crochet. So I'm going to place a slip stitch into the very first double crochet stitch here to close off. For row 5, chain up 2, and we're going to place 1 double crochet in the same stitch. In the next stitch, place 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, place 1 double crochet. Now we have 3 double crochet made. Now in the next stitch, you're going to make a double crochet increase. And from here onwards, we'll repeat the pattern round till we get to the very last stitch. So into the next 3 stitches, make 1 double crochet in each of them. Now to finish up row 5, make a slip stitch into the very first double crochet stitch, like we've been doing. And this is where we're going to stop making our increases, and it measures 7 inches, which is perfect for an adult size. So now for row 6, chain up 2, and we're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the stitches around till we get to the very last stitch. So into that same stitch, make your first double crochet. Then repeat 1 double crochet in each stitch till you get to the very last stitch. Once you get to the very last stitch, make your slip stitch to join. So from here onwards, you're going to repeat row 6 till you get to row 11. So guys, I repeated row 6 till I got to my row 11. Now let's make row 12. For row 12, chain up 1 and you're going to place a single crochet into the very first stitch here. So from here onwards, you place 1 single crochet into each of the stitches till you get to your last stitch for the row. Once you get to your last stitch, you're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet that you made for this row. Remember not to place any stitch into your slip stitch from the previous row. So now for row 13, chain up 2 and into that same stitch you're going to place a double crochet. So from here onwards, we'll place 1 double crochet around till we get to our last stitch here. So I made my 1 double crochet stitches round till I got to my very last stitch here, and I'm going to make my slip stitch to join. So now for row 14, chain up 2, yarn over and insert your hook into the side of your very first double crochet stitch. Then stick it out of the other side, yarn over and pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops to make your normal double crochet. So now into the next stitch we'll make a back post stitch. Yarn over and you're going to insert your hook from the back into the side of your next stitch. Then stick it out of the other side, then yarn over and pull through, and we'll make our double crochet stitch like normal. So you're going to alternate between the front post stitch and the back post stitch till we get to the last stitch for this row. So into the next we'll make the front post stitch. Into the next to make the back post stitch. When you get to your very last stitch, you're going to make a slip stitch into the first double crochet stitch on this row. And that's it for row 14. Now for row 15, chain up 2, and we're going to repeat what we did in row 14. So yarn over and you make your front post stitch. Into the next stitch, make your back post stitch. So just repeat, alternate this till you get to the end of the row. So when you get to the end of row 15, make your slip stitch to join. Chain up 1 and fasten off. And now your beanie is ready. You can wear your beanie like this, hide your loose end, and we'll make the tiny cute bow design. So we're going to be making use of a 4mm hook for the cute appliques. I decided to make use of this yarn color because I feel like it's going to be easier for you guys to see what I'm doing with this yarn color. So to begin, leave out a long tail and make a slip knot. So from here onwards, you're going to make a total of 20 chains. And once you're done with this, you're going to turn your work till you have the side that has the back loop facing you, the part that has the bumpy loops, and you would insert your hook into the very first back loop here, which is this tiny bump after your slip knot. And make a slip stitch. So this will be our very first slip stitch for the row. This is how it looks like. We formed like a mini circle. So you're going to make one slip stitch into the back loop of each of the chains till you get to your very last chain. So I've made my slip stitches round till I got to my very last bump here. So I'll place my last stitch into the back loop. So when you're done with that, insert your hook back into the very first chain here and make a slip stitch. Chain up one and cut. Make sure that your tail is equally long. So once you have this out of the way, keep it aside and we would make the other parts of our bow. So now make a slip knot and you're going to chain a total of 13 chains. And once you have that made, you're going to flip your work to the back. Skip your very first chain and go into the back loop of the second chain with a slip stitch. So you're going to make one slip stitch into each of the chains till you get to the very last chain. Make sure to work in the back loop only. So chain up one and fasten off. So now you're going to bring back the first circle that we just made and position this side that has the long tail in the middle. Then take up the straight one and position the middle underneath the side so you can eyeball it to determine the middle. And now we are going to start tying both of them together using this long tail. So you're going to take one of your long tail, remember we have two, and you would wrap it around. Then pick up your second long tail and wrap it in the opposite direction. You can do this for as much as you want to, but I don't like the middle to be bulky. I'm going to stop here and tie to make it secure. Once you're done with this, you can either hide your loose end with your darning needle or you cut off your scissors. You can do the same for this as well, tie and cut off, or you hide your loose end with your darning needle. And this is how a cute little bow is made. So I'm going to teach you guys how to attach it to the beanie. So for the placement of your bow on your beanie, you're going to do this part randomly to your taste. Just place it in any position that you feel is okay for you. Then you start sewing to attach. Now I'm going to take out all of this and I will teach you guys how to attach. To make this more clear and visible, I would attach this in the middle. So you're going to go in with your darning needle and make use of the same color of yarn that you use in making your bow for this process. And you would pass your needle underneath into the stitch that you'd like to attach your bow to. And into the bottom of the bow. Then pass your hook back into the side here and back into the stitch. To make this secure, I would like to tie this together, these two, the loose end and the long thread. So now we've successfully attached this part. Now we're going to attach the other side. So place this very well on your beanie and just pass your hook underneath the stitch that you'd like to attach this part to and into the side of the bow. And pull. Go back into that same stitch to secure. And now we are going to go ahead and attach the other sides, which is here. So just repeat the same thing. So you can either cut off your yarn here, or you just leave it, or you continue using the yarn you have on your needle to attach the other bows to the beanie. So I'm going to do mine off camera and come back and show you guys how it looks. So guys, I'm done attaching my ribbon to my beanie and it looks very, very pretty. So I did it randomly. If you want to get a precise kind of look on your head, I'd advise that you place your beanie on your head and use your stitch marker to mark where you'd like to attach your ribbon. But this looks okay. This is perfect for me. I like how it looks. So this is where we're going to end the tutorial. It was nice teaching you guys how to make this one. I hope you had so much fun making this as much as I did. And if you found this video helpful in any way, give this video a thumbs up. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I would really love to see pictures of your work. You can send pictures of your work to me via any of my social media handle. The link is in the description box. For now, bye and see you guys in another tutorial.